like, why does he want to? I'll put on your stand.
Just put them in the chairs.
All right, Shana Tova, everyone. Gemar Chatima Tova. We're going to get started. My name is Julie, and I'm the Director of Education here at Beth Radom Congregation, and along with Chazan Jeremy and Mark and Cindy, we're looking forward to praying with all of you today. And to help us out with that, everybody needs a copy of our Machzor, which it looks like most or all of you have. That's great. I encourage you to join us for whatever you can. Obviously, any of the Hebrew, any of the singing, please join us. Any of the English, when it says leader, I'll read. When it says anything else, please join in. And to help us out with that, we are going to start with a song without any words. So everybody should be able to catch on.
And it's not just any song without any words. These songs without words, they have special abilities. They have special, and this one gives us the character, the feeling for Yom Kippur. There is no other holiday that sounds like this song. This one, we hear it immediately. You think to yourself, it's time for Yom Kippur. Here we go. Ay, 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 ay.
Please turn in your Machzor to page 38. 38. Yom Kippur is a day that allows us to make peace with God for the things we have done that missed the mark. Yom Kippur does not automatically make peace for us with other people. We ourselves must ask forgiveness of all the people we have hurt by missing the mark. Let's read together. Ruler of the universe, today I forgive everyone who has hurt me and everyone who has done me wrong. I forgive them whether they did it on purpose or did it by accident. I forgive them whether they hurt me by what they said or by what they did. Today I forgive them. Just as I forgave everyone who did me wrong, I ask all those I have hurt to forgive me. I am sorry for those things I did on purpose, and I am sorry for those things I did by accident. I ask to be forgiven for the things I said and the things I did that hurt others. Eternal, please wash away the things I have done that miss the mark. Help me to make sure that I never repeat any of these wrongs again. And we're going to turn to page 43, and we're going to hear the Kol Nidre prayer, the prayer that some of us heard last night, and the rest of us will hear now.
It's the big one. Are we going to stand for this one? Should stand for this one. Yes.
Let's do it.
The big one.
Stand up here. Up here.
Kol nidrei v'sarei v'charamei v'konamei v'chinuyei v'kinosei v'kinosei u'shavot din darana u'neish tabana u'deyacharimna u'deyacharimna v'di asana al nafshatana miyom kippurim zeh har yom kippurim haba aleinu haba aleinu letova kulon icharana ve'on kulon yehon sharan kulon yehon sharan yehon sharan shevikin shevitin beteilin udayin la sharirin v'la kayamin nirana la nirei v'sarana la esarei u'shevuatana la
Let's read together in English at the bottom of page 43. May we keep all the promises we will make and really mean all the words we will speak between this Yom Kippur and next Yom Kippur. But if in the next year we speak words carelessly or make promises we cannot keep, no matter how hard we try, please forgive us. And let's turn to page 49 and continue with the Baruchu.
All right, we do the niggin again. This is how we do it. Ay, 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 ay. Everybody! Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Baruch Hu Adonai HaMevorach. Everybody goes. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Vaed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Vaed.
And we continue with the Shema on page 51, and after the Shema, we'll continue with the Ve'ahavta, the words you can find on the little piece of paper insert that hopefully you all have.
You may be seated.
So this is, again, not our usual Shema. We all know the Shema melody. But now we're going to use our niggin again. And you know how normally that second line we do it quiet? This is the only time in the whole year when we do that line out loud. The Baruch Shem Kavod line, we do it out loud. And again, we're going to use our niggin. You ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Out loud. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed. Ve'ahavta. Shacharit. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך וכל נפשך וכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Page 52. Once we were slaves in Egypt, and God took us out and set us free. On the way out of Egypt, the families of Israel sang a song, the Micha Mocha. By remembering that we were once slaves and knowing that now we are free, we are better able to understand the mitzvot. If we remember the bitterness of slavery, we can begin to help everyone become free. All right, we did this on Rosh Hashanah. Let's see if we remember how to do it. Make this beat with me. Yeah. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai. Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai. Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osef eleh. Nora next, the Amidah.
So
Tell us how we're going to do this?
well, we're going to do this. Now, I have a question. I have a question for everybody. Everybody, put up your hand if you know for sure that this whole year you behave absolutely 100% perfect. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Oh, good. One. I see one right over there. Great. And now, I want another one over there. Perfect. Excellent. Now, put up your hand if maybe, just anything less than absolutely perfect. Anything a little bit less than absolutely perfect. See, that is most of us. That is most of us. And that's to be expected. Now, here's what's also to be expected. Now, even though almost, all except a few were absolutely perfect, even though almost not any one of us is absolutely perfect, chances are the way that I wasn't perfect is not the same way that maybe you weren't perfect, or we all have our own little things. So you would think, well, if that's the case, well then why are we asking for forgiveness of the same things all together? It's a little strange. If you didn't do it, why should you say you're sorry for it? Well, there's a reason. It's because we are all responsible also for one another, and we are responsible together. So, when we do our vidui, when we do our Amidah, we're going to do it almost kind of twice. We do it once for our personal, just quietly to ourselves, because not every one of us did exactly the same stuff this year. But then we're also going to do saying our sorries all together, because as a whole group, we all got to say, I'm sorry. We all did something, and we all got to work with one another. So, here we go. This one is for our personal, ourselves. We do this part silently, and then we're going to go back, and then we're going to do it all together.
So on page 58, we're just going to do page 58 for now. Okay. Yes. Okay, so please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu 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 Zochreinu lechaim melech hafetz b'chaim v'chorveinu b'sefer ha'chaim le'ma'anecha Elohim Chaim.
Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah.
Okay, please be seated. So this is the point in our service where we have the vidui, or the confession of sins, where we share all the things that kind of went wrong last year, that we didn't, all the actions that we did that weren't quite right. Maybe we weren't as nice as we should have been, or maybe we weren't as helpful as we should have been, or maybe we didn't work hard enough or try hard enough. And there's a word that we use to describe all of those not so good things. In Hebrew, the word we use is hate. Can you say hate? Hate. Excellent. And hate we translate as a sin. And a sin is a not so good thing that we all do. So the question is, what exactly do we mean by sin? Because I know a lot of us hear that word around us from a lot of different places and a lot of different religious traditions, but what do we as Jews mean when we talk about hate, when we talk about sin? And there are actually 3 instances where the word hate is used in the Tanakh. And those examples really illuminate for us what we really mean by hate. So the first one comes from the book of Judges. And we're taught that slingers, and slingers are people who use a slingshot as a weapon, slingers from the tribe of Benjamin are so skilled that they can aim at a hair and not hate. So what does that mean? Does that mean that if they miss the hair, they miss this teeny tiny target?
They committed a terrible sin.
Did they do this? What do you think? Does that mean they did a terrible, horrible thing if they missed the hair? Is that a terrible, horrible thing? To miss a target so teeny tiny? No, that seems a little bit extreme. It just means they missed the target. And with our behavior, we do that too, right? Because we know that there's a right way to behave in a certain situation. There's a right thing to do and a right thing to say. We've got our bullseye for what is the right thing to do in a certain situation. But sometimes we're a little bit off. We miss our mark a little bit. We miss our target for the right thing to do. And that's a hate. The second example of the word hate comes from the book of Kings. And King David is on his deathbed, and his wife Bathsheba comes to him and says, if Solomon, his son Solomon, does not become king, we will be chata'im. Chata'im is the plural of hate. Does that mean they'll be sinners?
Be terrible
They'll
sin.
do this terrible, horrible thing if Solomon doesn't become king? No. What it means is that Solomon will not have lived up to his potential. And living up to your potential means being the best you can be, achieving everything that you're capable of. And we learn that Solomon does actually eventually become king. And was Solomon just kind of an okay king? Kind of an so-so kind of king?
I actually liked him. He was a good guy. He was all right.
King Solomon was one of the greats. King
I heard
Solomon.
he was kind of smart.
Kind of smart. In fact, he was called Solomon the Wise. We still talk about some of his judgments, some of the wise words that he gave. Can you imagine if he had never become king? All of that wisdom would just have gone to waste. And that would have been a hate. And that's what we might do too. We've got all kinds of skills and talents and smarts, and we don't want those to go to waste. We want to use those to the best of our ability, right? Okay, we got one more. The last example of a hate comes from one of the many sacrifices that are listed in the Torah. So before Jews prayed the way we do now, or celebrated holidays with rituals at home, like lighting Shabbat candles the way we do now, Jews would offer a sacrifice to God. Depending on what holiday they were celebrating or what it is that they wanted to say to God, they would bring some grain or an animal, and they would bring it to the temple, and they would offer it up to God as a sacrifice. And one of those types of sacrifices is called chatot. And chatot comes from the same root as hate. And a chatot is translated as a sin offering. It's something that you bring if you did something wrong and you want to say, I'm sorry. But what we're taught is that you can only bring a chatot for the things you did by accident. If you did something on purpose, you cannot bring a chatot. So what does this teach us? What is a chet? A mistake. A chet is a mistake. And a better translation of a chatot is a mistake offering. So this is what it means to sin, to commit a chet. It means to be a little off the mark with our behavior. It means to not be our very best selves. And it means to make a mistake. And these are things we all do, right? How many of you have done one of these things? Or all of them? Yeah, I know I sure have, right? This is a natural part of being human. We all do these things. And we all spend a lifetime trying to get better at it. And so the high holidays, and Yom Kippur in particular, offers us this amazing yearly opportunity to reflect and to kind of take stock of ourselves and learn, see how we can learn from what we've done this past year and be better in the upcoming year. And say, this year, I'm going to be me 2.0. And next year, I'm going to be me 3.0. And the year after that, I'm going to be me 4.0 and 5.0. I'm going to keep learning, and I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to keep working hard, and I'm going to keep getting better and better and better. And that's why we fast on Yom Kippur, right? Because it's really, really hard. How many of you adults are feeling it? You're kind of hungry, kind of tired, maybe a little cranky, maybe a little headachy, or a little dizzy, wanting some coffee. Yeah, it's hard. And even those of us who aren't fasting today, maybe you're a little too young to fast, or maybe you have some health issues that make it not safe for you to fast. One way that you can participate in this mitzvah of fasting, maybe you don't have any treats today on Yom Kippur. You eat to be healthy, but you don't necessarily eat to enjoy yourself so much, because that's really hard too, right? It's really hard to say no to the things that we want, but we do it because it's hard. And if we can do this, then we've shown that we can do other hard things too. We can put the work in, and we can learn, and we can grow, and we can change, and we can get better and better and better. And that all starts right here, with the vidui, with the confession. Because we can't fix a problem if we haven't acknowledged that a problem exists, right? So, we're going to read the vidui together and take this opportunity to think about the things that kind of went wrong last year and how we can make it better and be our very best selves in 5784. So, please take a look at page 59. And the parts that are in Hebrew, Chazan Jeremy is going to lead us in singing, and we're going to read the rest in English all together.
Eloheinu v'Eloteinu, selach lanu, mecha lanu, kaper lanu.
Our God, God of our parents, forgive us, give us a new beginning, make us at one. We are your people, you are our God. We are your children, you are like our parent. We are like servants, you are like our master. We are a group, you are what holds us together. We are like a flock, you are like our shepherd. We are like a vineyard, you are like our keeper. We are creations, you are our creator. We are loved, you are the one who loves us. We are like a treasure, you are like our protector. We are like subjects, you are like our ruler. We have chosen you, you have chosen us. Our God, God of our parents, let our prayers reach you. Do not ignore our pleas. We are not so stupid or so proud that we would say that we are perfect and have not made mistakes. In truth, we know that sometimes we have missed the mark. On the next page. We have missed the mark on purpose. We have missed the mark by accident. We have missed the mark by not caring. We have missed the mark by using words carelessly. We have missed the mark by being sneaky. We have missed the mark by using words to hurt. We have missed the mark by hurting others. We have missed the mark by lying. We have missed the mark by not respecting parents and teachers. We have missed the mark by not stopping ourselves from doing something we really wanted, even when we knew that it was wrong.
ועל כולם אלוהי סליחות, סלח לנו, מחל לנו, כפר לנו.
God of forgiveness for all these things, forgive us, give us a new beginning, make us at one. We have missed the mark by cheating. We have missed the mark by calling other people names. We have missed the mark by being selfish. We have missed the mark by being too proud. We have missed the mark by not being responsible. We have missed the mark by not knowing what is right.
ועל כולם אלוהי סליחות, סלח לנו, מחל לנו, כפר לנו.
God of forgiveness for all these things, forgive us, give us a new beginning, make us at one. So you may have noticed that everything we just said was we. We missed the mark, not I. And we do this because we do this confession together as a community. We don't want anybody to feel singled out or feel alone. That's why you can't do this confession at home or have Yom Kippur services at home all by yourself. We come to the synagogue, we get together with our community, and we say it all together. We missed the mark. We made mistakes. We were not living up to our full potential. And so this way that we don't feel alone. We know that just like all of you, just like you committed a fate, so did the person next to you, and so did the person behind you, and so did the person 3 rows up from you, and so did all the people on the bima who also, spoiler alert, are not quite so perfect either. We all committed a fate, or 2 or 3. And so we all support each other. We all help each other out as we figure out how to become better and better people moving forward. So now that we've done the communal vidui, the communal confession, we're going to take a few moments to get personal. What exactly is it that I want to become better at? What is it that I want to work on this year? Maybe I need to be nicer to my brothers and sisters. Maybe I need to help my parents out at home a little more often. Maybe I should call my grandparents more regularly. Or maybe there are ways I can be a better friend. Or maybe I need to try to give more tzedakah so that I can help make the world around me a better place. So we're going to take a few moments to think about that. Get in a little huddle with your families and sort of talk quietly to each other and think about what are the things that you as a family want to work on and do better in the upcoming year. All right, it's amazing to see all of these conversations and all of these hugs that are going on here, and we encourage you to continue these conversations at home later on today or tomorrow or any time really. It's always a good opportunity for these chats. We're going to continue with our service on page 63. we could have everybody come on back and join us. We're going to continue on page 63 with Avinu Malkeinu. Please rise.
Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Oneinu Vaneinu, Ki Ein Banu Masim. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Oneinu Vaneinu, Ki Ein Banu Masim. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed ve'oshienu. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed ve'oshienu.
Right to the Torah service?
Why don't we close here for 1 minute? Sure. Just for a second? Yeah. Please be seated. Hi, my name is Cindy, and I am I suppose you call it the principal emeritus or something. I'm the former principal of the Hebrew school. Julie has taken over, but I love getting into the family service and getting to reconnect with all of you, some of the families who had all their little kids come through with me, and some new families and new faces as well.
She misses you guys.
I do miss you guys. This guy I get to see at public school, though, because he goes to my public school, so I get to see him. I'm a teacher in a public school as well. My part of the service is to talk to you about the Torah, and I won't talk for too long because you guys have been amazing, and we've already used probably, I would say, about 60% of your patience, so I think we have a little bit more. But we're going to talk about the Torah service just for a moment. As you notice, we open the Ark when we have important prayers. We open the Ark to show where we keep all of the Torahs. And they stay, of course, in a very special place because they are very special to us. The Jewish people have often been called the people of the book. And the people of the book they're talking about, the real book, is the Torah. And in Christianity, when you hear about the New Testament, the Old Testament that they refer to is the Torah. That is the only testament that we Jews have. And so we take it out during our services because everything that we do and everything that every decision and every rule and all of the halachot, which are the religious rules, they all come from the book. And I just wondered if you knew how the book starts. What's the beginning of the story of the Torah? Anybody have an idea? If you come on Simchat Torah, we usually do, and I think we're doing it again this year, we do a very cool activity where we unroll the entire Torah from beginning to end. Kids in the Hebrew school will remember that we've done that before. And I never get tired of it. It takes up a huge space, and everybody sort of helps to do it. And we look at different parts of the Torah, and we see the 5 different books that are in the Torah, and the stories of all of you prayed a little while ago to our God of our parents. That's a way of saying our ancestors, our fathers and our mothers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, who are known to be the fathers and mothers of Judaism. So we go into that book and we read all of those stories, everything that they did and what we learned from the experiences that they had. It's also the place where the rules are written. Don't do this and do that, and this is good and that is bad, and this is how you build this, and this is how big it is. It's pretty much the manual of Judaism, so to speak. And so we take it out in our services to remind ourselves every single week, we read a little bit each time, to remind ourselves of the source of all of this and why it's so important. So back to my question, how do you think it begins? Anyone have an idea? If you came for one of those Simchat Torah days, you would have seen the very, very, very first word. Nobody. Anybody up here?
Appreciate it.
Good job. Breshit, right, Breshit. Breshit is the beginning, creation. And a lot of you have recognized that the year that we're celebrating this year is not 2023 in the Jewish calendar. It is 5784, which is the years that we believe have been since creation. And so the Torah begins there, and that is what we read. But when we rewind the Torah right back to the very beginning on Simchat Torah, we finish the Torah, then we rewind it, and we immediately read the very beginning again. And every year we do the same cycle so that from generation to generation, no matter what synagogue you walk into anywhere in the world, they will be reading that same portion on that same day. And so you're always able to find your people, because we are the people of the book. And so we're going to take out this book that we talked about on Rosh Hashanah is nothing like a book. We're not going to go through that again. It is a scroll, as we know, and it is rolled right now to the parsha that we read this morning. I'm going to introduce you to my stepdaughter, Jordan. Come on up, Jordan. Jordan, who is a surgeon, also reads Torah. And she read the whole portion for us this morning. And the portion that she read was talking about certain rules and rituals that the priests of the time of the temple would engage in. She's going to read just one of the aliyot, whichever one she picked. And we're going to have a group aliyah. So I'm going to call up the kids that I've already picked on to come and read the Torah blessings. And they are post-bar and bat mitzvah kids who remember their blessings beautifully. They're going to read the blessings, but all the other kids, we want to invite you up so that you can see the Torah up close and personal. Do not be shy. We do not bite. And we want you to be able to see it while we do it. When we first take out the Torah, it's a very important moment. We treat our Torah with a tremendous amount of respect. As you can see, they're dressed in their most beautiful covers. They're laden with silver because we believe so strongly in elevating the Torah above all else. So I'll ask you please to rise. When we open the ark, Cantor Jeremy will lead us in the prayers that we sing when we first take out the Torah.
Vayehi binso Aaron, vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, veyachutzu
As the Torah passes, you touch it and kiss it with your machzor or with your talit.
Mipanecha, ki mitzion tetzei Torah. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udevar Adonai miYerushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato.
As Mark continues to walk around, Mark is our gabbai. The gabbai is the person that makes sure that the services run smoothly. He's walking around, he's going very slowly. He wants to make sure that anybody who wants to have a chance to personally get close to the Torah has that opportunity. And so we wait for him to do that. And while he's doing that, why don't some of the kids who have already had a chance to touch the Torah come on up, and then after you've all had a chance to touch the Torah, you'll be able to come up as well. So I'm going to call out Ya'amdu, Rishon. That's me calling you guys up. Come on, Marley, Jamie, Aiken. Come on up, come on up, come on up. Don't be shy, don't be shy. Come on up, come on up. Hey, Nessa. Bobby buys you the dresses. This one, every time I say it's a nice dress, she tells me, Bobby. Come on up, guys, come on up. Here, you guys go up in front. I can go. I know. And next year, guess who's going to get picked on? Come on, right up, right up, right up. Don't be shy, don't be shy. Come over here too, guys. There's lots of room. Lots of room. Come on up, guys. Come on up. Oh, you want to touch the Torah?
You'll see the Torah is going to come. We're going to put it right on this table. My name is Jordan.
And see, Jordan's going to use this.
I know what it is.
What is it?
The hand.
It is a hand, that's exactly right. It's a
It's
hand.
basically good because we need it because our original hand are greasy. And we get the grease is going to ruin our book. And we use this one to get the grease on our book so we don't ruin it.
Aria.
I knew this from years
Woo.
ago.
All right, I just have to share this with you because Aria, who's been around for a long time since she was really little, Aria just told us why we use this special, I'm going to let them unroll the Torah, why we use the
Let me just stand here for a
silver hand. Come here, Aria. So Aria, explain. Why is it, Aria? Why do we use it?
Basically, we use it because our original hands are greasy. And if we get the book dirty, we'll wreck our paper. This is why we use this yod.
That's right, because it's not actually a book, right? It's made out of parchment, and parchment is very delicate, so that's exactly right. Good job. You hold it for us, Aria. We're going to take off the cover. Oh, what's wrong, sweetheart? Oh, it's okay, we haven't opened it yet. Give it a second. All right, so. It's usually a little less crowded up here. Where are my, come around, you gotta get to the front. Here, can you guys just pass that card, please? Perfect. Here, guys, you can do it from right here. But first, let's touch and kiss the Torah. Oh, you did? We touched, no, no, now we touch and kiss inside it.
We need this now.
Jordan, show us the spot. All right, we reach with our talit. And, you have a card? They have a card. Okay. Into the mic, guys, so we can hear you. Baruch Hu Adonai Hambora. Baruch Adonai Hambora Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch
Adonai Amarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher baruch banu mikol amin, v'natan lanu et Toratav. Baruch atah Adonai, noten Torah.
Oh, you guys can hold this. You guys hold that side and you guys hold that side.
Right there.
That's perfect, thank you.
All right, everybody listen.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe acharei mot shnei bnei Chara mecharatam lifnei Adonai veyamutu. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe daber el Aharon achicha ve'al yavo v'cholei tel hakodesh mi beit laparachet el pnei hakaporet Asher al-Haran velo yamut ki be'anan Evra'el al-Hakaporet bezot yavo Haran el-Hakodesh befar ben bakar lechatat ve'ayil le'olah ketonet ba'ad kodesh yilbash u'michnas evad yihiu al besaro Uv'yavnet bad yachkor, uv'mitzefet bad yitzenov, b'gdei kodesh heim v'rachatz b'mayim et besaro v'sham. U'meit adat b'nei Yisrael, yikach shnei sirei izim lechatat v'yelechad le'olah, v'hikri v'haron et par hachatat asher lo, V'chiper be'ado ve'ad beito.
You want everyone to touch and do a... I'm going to touch and kiss the spot for everybody. Okay, close it up, please. Close it up. No, just the last, the bottom, the bottom.
May your strength be built up after this beautiful mitzvah that you all just participated in. What do you need by your strength? You just did a great job.
Oh, it is heavy. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני ישראל ביד אדוני ביד משה. לילה 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 השיבנו השם אליך ונשובה קדש ימינו ושבנו כקדם. השיבנו השם אליך ונשובה קדש ימינו ושבנו כקדם.
And as we return the Torah to the Ark, Cantor Jeremy is going to lead us in the song, which is Eitz Chaim. Eitz Chaim is the tree of life. And actually, this part of the Torah, if you look right here, these wooden handles down here are referred to as the Eitzei Chaim, the tree of life, because the Torah is the Jewish people's tree of life.
Eitz Chaim hi למחזיקים בה וצומחיה מיושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה Shalom, Hashivenu Adonai, Elecha v'nashuva, Kadesh Yameinu kekedem.
It's your cough, everybody. You may be seated.
Hello, everybody. I have a Yom Kippur, before we're finishing up here, I have for you a Yom Kippur story that I want to share. So strap in for another minute or two. Once upon a time, in the eastern lands of Europe, in the old country, where so many of our ancestors came from, there was a little town, a little shtetl village that had a beautiful synagogue, a lovely community, and one of the most respected, well-known Gedolim Batorah, a real wise rabbi by the name of Rav Zusia. And all the community, they loved their rabbi so much. They thought he was just the greatest guy. But the strangest thing, the weirdest, strange thing, that when the month of Elul came up, that's the last month before the high holidays. It's the month where we sound the shofar every single morning to help us get ready for the holiday. The strange thing was that when this community would do their morning prayers together, suddenly Rav Zusia was gone. Nobody knew where he was. And they thought, you know what, it's gotta be. It has to be. It must be that because our Rav Zusia is such a guy, is such an amazing rabbi, is such a godly man, who's such a learned man in Torah, he must be nowhere other than in heaven itself, talking to God on our behalf as we are making our teshuvah, as we are getting ready for the holiday. our Rav Zusia, he is knocking on God's door. He's like, I need to talk to you, God. We've got some people in my community who deserve so much. This family, they deserve more food for their family. They're having a hard time. And this family, they need a beautiful match they need for their kids. They should have a great match. It'll be wonderful. And so many needs that this community has. So they assume that is exactly where their Rav was every single morning. Now, there was one newcomer to this town. And when he came to morning services and he didn't see Rav Zusia, he asked the people of the town, well, where is he? Where's Rav Zusia? And of course the town said, he's in heaven, he's talking to God, he is making a plea on our behalf. And this newcomer, this great student, the scholar, he said, I don't know. Something fishy going on. He said, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out exactly what Rav Zusia is up to. Oh, you don't know what they can get up to. He must be doing something terrible, something nefarious, something villainous. So, the student decided he is going to, after service, he's going to follow Zusia home, and he's going to camp out. He's going to see where Rav Zusia goes every morning. And so, just outside Rav Zusia's home, the student, he made himself a little camp, a little tent, and he stayed there and he watched. And he watched all night. He wanted to see, he wanted to catch the moment. And sure enough, early in the morning, before the rest of any of the village was awake, Rav Zusia was already up, and the student, he was watching. He watched as Rav Zusia didn't put on his normal clothes that he normally wears. Instead, he put on a big furry hat and some big leather boots and an old jacket. In fact, he didn't look like Rav Zusia at all. He looked like a common peasant. Where is Rav Zusia going? Wonders the student. And he sees Rav Zusia he takes a hatchet. It's like an axe, a small axe, and he tucks it into his belt and with a little piece of string, and he watches. And Rav Zusia leaves his house and he goes into the forest. And he finds there in the forest, he picks a little tree, and there he chops down the tree. What's going on? The student is thinking. He chops down the tree, puts it, and puts it into kindling, binds it all together with the string, and puts it on his back. What's the great rabbi doing chopping wood at 5 a.m? What is he doing? Where is he what is he taking? Where is he going with this wood? I have no idea. And so the student continues to follow Rav Zusia. And Rav Zusia is not headed to the main part of the village where the shul is, but to the very, very poorest area of the whole town. And there he goes to the last home, which is this run-down little shack with broken windows and the floorboards, some of them are missing, this tattered shack. And you can see the student looks, he watches as Rav Zusia takes his wood, he goes up to the shack and he knocks on the door. And he could hear a little voice coming from inside saying, "Who is it?" And the student says, "Oh, I know what's going on. Some terrible, he's going to visit somebody he shouldn't." The rabbi goes into the shack, and where he sees not very much furniture, a lot of broken things, and there in the back room is an old woman who is sick in bed. "Who is it?" cries the old woman in a very hoarse voice, kind of like mine is right now. "Who is it?" And Rav Zusia, he makes up a Russian name. He says, "It's Vasil." a common peasant name. "Oh, Vasil, come in, but I don't have any money for wood. I cannot buy it." "It's okay. This one is on the house. Or if you like, you'll pay me when you feel like it. No problem." And the student watches as the rabbi takes his bundle of wood. He comes in, and the old woman says, "But look, I'm sick in bed. I can't even build a fire." "Don't worry," Vasil, secretly Rav Zusia, says, "No problem at all." And the rabbi unbinds the wood, and he builds a fire. And as he's building the fire and the furnace, and the home is starting to get a little bit warmer, and you can see the woman's face, she's a little bit calmer, a little bit happier. And as Rav Zusia builds the fire, the student is still watching and listening as Rav Zusia also says very quietly his morning prayers. From then on, every morning, when the Rav Zusia wouldn't show up in the services, even on the eve of Yom Kippur, when he could not be found, and all of the villagers were so sure, "Our Rav, where is he? He's up in heaven talking to God on our behalf." And meanwhile, in the corner, was the student thinking to himself, "Heaven's pretty good, if not even higher." Good Yantiv.
All right, we are going to sing a little song to wish each other Gemar Chatima Tova, which means it's something we wish each other every Yom Kippur. Oh, thank you. So we believe that God has this book, this really big book, and in our names, in this book is written all of our names, and God puts a stamp or a seal that says, "Yep, you're going to have a great year." And so we wish each other Gemar Chatima Tova. May you be sealed for good. May God put that stamp in that book that says, "Yep, you're going to have a great year, or a year of goodness." And so just like all the other wonderful things that we like to express, we're going to do it in song. So the song goes like this. There's some in English, and then the Hebrew is Gemar Chatima Tova. So let's actually say that together. Gemar, you try it. Chatima Tova. And the chorus to the song sounds like this. May you be sealed for a good year, for a sweet year, for a healthy year. May you be written in the book of life. Gemar Chatima Tova. Gemar Chatima Tova. And that's the whole chorus. So I'm going to do just a little bit and you repeat it back to me. May you be sealed for a good year. You try that. May you be sealed for a good year, for a sweet year, for a sweet year, for a healthy year, for a healthy year. Good. May you be written in the book of life. May you be written in the book of life. Gemar Chatima Tova. Try it. Gemar Chatima Tova. Then we go up. Gemar Chatima Tova. Gemar Chatima Tova. Let's put it all together. May you be sealed for a good year, for a sweet year, for a healthy year. May you be written in the book of life. Gemar Chatima Tova. Gemar Chatima Tova. Beautiful. So I'm going to sing the verses and you join in with the chorus. A holy day, a a solemn day, a day to set aside on Yom HaKippurim. From our sins we will not hide. Let's sing together. May you be sealed for a good year, for a sweet year, for a healthy year. May you be written in the book of life. Gemar Chatima Tova. Gemar Chatima Tova. We make amends to others for the wrongs that we have done. Then we ask God for forgiveness. Yes, we face the Holy One. May you be sealed for a good year, for a sweet year, for a healthy year. May you be written in the book of life. Gemar Chatima Tova. Gemar Chatima Tova. When day turns into night, the final shofar blast we hear. As the book of life is closed, we pray for a good and peaceful year. May you be sealed for a good year, for a sweet year, for a healthy year. May you be written in the book of life. Gemar Chatima Tova. Gemar Chatima Tova. Beautiful. And so now Mark, who is not only our Gabbai, but also our president, our show president, has some announcements for us.
Shana Tova, Gemar Chatima Tova, everybody. Did you have fun? I gave you guys homework last week. Does everybody remember what the homework was? Somebody tell me what the homework was. Oh, I just heard one drop. What was the homework? To practice your shofar, not to drive your parents nuts, and to bring your shofar back to shul. Who brought their shofar back to shul?
I have a feeling that practicing shofar and driving our parents nuts might be mutually
They kind of go hand in hand. So in a minute, you're all going to come up and join us on the bima, and you can blow your shofar. I just wanted to let you know a couple of very quick things. Thanks for coming. It's great to have you all. Lots of events happening at Beth Radom. On your way out, Miriam's going to hand you a flyer. We have our sukkah party. Who likes to have a party? Who likes to eat pizza? Good, so come and join us. So look, I know a lot of you are not members, but that's okay. If you want to become a member at any time, you're more than welcome. Most synagogue presidents will say, you've got to become a member. There's so many good things. And there are great things to becoming a member. There are membership benefits, but it's not what's most important. What's most important is that you have a community synagogue for you when you need it and when you want it. So whenever you want to come and join us, you don't need to be a member. Just come, enjoy, have fun, eat with us, pray with us, be with us, and we'd love to have you anytime. So the first thing, our sukkah party is coming up next Wednesday, October the 4th at 5:30. And we'll have some food, we'll have some decorations, there's going to be lots of fun stuff going on, lots of activities. And on the back of the flyer, you'll see we're launching our Family Shabbat program on the first Shabbat of every month. It's going to be a family-dedicated service. It's going to be held downstairs in the lower sanctuary, and it's going to be led by age-appropriate, awesome service leaders. And we're going to have a family-friendly kiddush, lots of fun things. I heard they're going to have mac and cheese, and that's one of my favorites. So come and join us anytime. You'll have the information with you. And that's about it. Thanks for being with us. To all the kids or parents, if you have a shofar and you want to blow it, come on up. Kazan's going to lead us. You got two. Okay. Okay.
Oh, we gave bigger
And while everybody's coming up, I'll also just let you know registration for Hebrew School is still open. So we'd still love for you to join us and learn with us this year. We don't start until October 15th, so you haven't missed anything yet. You can talk to me about it afterwards or check out our website.
Oh, I got you a bigger one this year. See that?
All right.
We're just comparing the shofar.
All right, everybody listen to
Everybody ready to blast
So
us into the new
what
year?
we're really doing is pretending it's 7:52
I don't know
p.m.
why
and the
it's
fast is
7:52
about to
p.m.
end. For those of us who have longer to go, just don't blow it quite as hard as you might. Because I have a really big headache.
Call it.
Ready, everybody?
All right, here we go. Ready? Everybody take a big deep breath.
One big one.
Tekiah Gedolah. Where's your breath?
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yasher Koach to everybody. Shana Tova, Gemar Chatima Tova, Tzom Kal. Have an easy fast for those of you who are fasting.
Bye, everybody.
All right, thanks everybody so much.